I'm Holly Hester, Senior Director of Strategic Client Partnerships with NetHealth. And I'm here today to talk about a couple of hot topics for rehab therapists that were discussed and clarified in the calendar year 2022 Medicare Physician Fee Schedule Final Rule, Telehealth and Remote Therapeutic Monitoring, or RTM services. So in this year's final rule, CMS finalized the addition of several PT, OT, and SLP codes to the Medicare telehealth list on what's called a Category 3 basis through the end of December 2023. However, CMS did not add PTs, OTs, and SLPs as eligible providers of telehealth outside of the COVID-19 public health emergency. So once the PHE ends, therapists will be unable to provide and bill for telehealth under Medicare, even though these codes will continue to be available for other providers until the end of 2023. And just to make things a little more confusing, there are other codes that are on the Medicare telehealth list, but for the duration of the PHE only. Codes like 97530 therapeutic activity, 97129 and 97130 therapeutic interventions for cognitive function, and 92526 treatment of swallow dysfunction, just to name a few. Commercial payers and Medicare Advantage plans have their own telehealth policies, just as a reminder, including their own lists of approved codes and instructions for billing on both professional and institutional claims. So you want to make sure that you'll check with each payer that you contract with to find out their specific requirements and not assume that these requirements for Medicare apply to even Medicare replacement plans. So the next topic from this year's final rule I want to mention is Remote Therapeutic Monitoring, or RTM services. CMS clarified in the final rule that these services can be billed by PTs, OTs, and SLPs, unlike the Remote Physiologic Monitoring, or RPM services that were discussed in last year's final rule. So RTM services allow for the monitoring of health conditions, including musculoskeletal system status, respiratory system status, therapy adherence, and therapy response. And these codes allow for non-physiologic data to be collected either by digital upload or by patient self-report. There are 5 codes for RTM services: 98975, 98976, 98977, 98980, and 98981. Now, there isn't a lot of detail in the final rule about these codes, but the AMA has recently published CPT Changes 2022, an insider's view, which does have additional information about these services, including the rationale and intent for billing these codes. So I hope you found this information helpful. Know that NARA will continue to keep you up to date on these topics and many others. Thanks for taking time to listen today. Bye, everyone.